milliliters, 20.00 milliliters of oxalic acid. So that means we're using a class B volumetric pipette, okay? And so that means this is, it says 20, but that really means 20.00 because, you know, it's volumetric. So there's two different kinds of bulbs, and which one you choose to use is going to depend on your personal preference. All right. These ones have ball valves, so it's if you have relatively strong hands, most people that fall into that category prefer these ones. They're easier to manipulate in terms of dexterity. These ones don't require as much strength, but they do require a little bit more finesse. All right. So it kind of depends. Try them both, see which one you like. All right. I can pipette out of this, although sometimes it can draw a vacuum if the flask is smaller, so sometimes I choose not to. I'll just pour it into another container then. This pipette is much thinner than the neck here, so it should be okay. I'll show you how to use both bulbs. So first, the finesse weapon over here. You're going to submerge it in here, make sure you don't overflow. Make sure you also don't put the pipette straight against the bottom because it won't suck anything up then. I am right-handed, so if you're left-handed, you're going to reverse this. My off hand goes up top with my thumb up, and my dominant hand is going to hold the bulb. So first, squeeze out the air. When you do this, if you see liquid come out, you need a different bulb. It's not going to work very well. It also means that someone sucked a bunch of liquid through, and you shouldn't let the liquid get that high. Our marking on this one is down here. All right, so what we're going to do, submerge it. Gently place the aspirator on top here. You're not jamming it down. It doesn't stay on permanently. You're just holding it. All right? And this will suck up the fluid for you. You have to kind of keep an eye on the fluid level in the flask so you don't suck up air, because that can mess it up. So you can control the amount of the speed really by sort of pressing the bulb. Right now I'm pushing it a little bit. Now I'm letting it go a little bit. And what I'm looking for is I want the blue just above this brown line here. Well, it's a circle really. So, but you want to bend down so it looks like a line. And then you release the volume until it gets to the solid line here. Again, you want your meniscus to touch it just perfectly. Then you remove your hand and you just let it drain into the flask that you're going to use for your measurements. So Erlenmeyer flasks are ideal for this because they prevent splashing from being too bad. Everything kind of drains back down to the bottom. So I'm going to let the pipette drain, and once it's finished, there's going to be a teeny bit of liquid stuck at the tip that's supposed to be there. Don't blow it out, okay? Leave it there. The glassware is calibrated to contain, well, this is to contain exactly 250.00 milliliters if you fill it to the line. This is TD, to deliver, all right? And it's okay, so the other kind of bulb does attach to this. You kind of just wiggle it on there. And then within each one of these little spaces that have a button is a little metal bearing. And all you got to do is squeeze it so that it will open around the bearing. Okay. Same thing here. I'm not pushing it all the way against the bottom. The first thing to do is it's going to come to you with the bulb inflated. So you squeeze A, which stands for aspirate. This is the A button up here. So you squeeze A, and then squeeze the bulb to eject the air. And then I'm going to push S, which I think stands for suck. I don't know what else they would call it. And that's going to suck up the liquid for you. This one's a little easier to control, but again, you got to have pretty strong hands. I don't, so it's a little tough for me, but it's not too bad. So you're going to go above the brown line again, and then drip out until the meniscus barely touches. So to get it out, you expel. That's E. So it goes A to get the air out, S to suck, E to expel. Okay? So eye level again, and I'm going to get rid of the extra. If I go a little too far, it's okay. I'll just go back in and try again. Okay? And then, of course, that's going to go into your flask like that. Okay? Don't get any water in this, otherwise it doesn't work all that well. Okay? That's it.